That's so fast. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I should probably. I don't want to totally make this personal, but I've been talking about this new job, right? My repo job. Don't in not pay your shit, bro. Make those car payments, or your sweet prizes come home to daddy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. It's been a week. Been a good week in wrestling. Especially with
Wrestling.
crazy week in wrestling, dude. But we got to talk about Dream Slam from last night. Dream Slam Fallout. Now, first of all, I know you're not a gamer in the same way that I am. I've talked about the Elder Scrolls a couple of times, and you just sit there silently because you just let me have my moment. So the game Fallout is made by the same people that make Elder Scrolls.
I like Fallout the TV show.
It's a good show. It's a good show, and the games are great. And so I was kind of excited to have for there to be a show that was so close to something else that I love dearly. And the Midnight Animal, Eddie Weiss, actually wore a his gear was one of the vault
Oh,
onesies,
that's cool.
and his entrance he had a Pit Boy on too. So yeah, totally leaned into that. And then next, I'm gonna talk about this in a minute, but they're going back. It's like video. Dreamslam was like knocking these video game themed shows out of the park because they did Here Comes the Pain. Now we have Fallout, and then the next show is King of the Dream, and they're totally playing on Kingdom Hearts. So, which is a
In
Disney
Anaheim?
anime video game. Huh?
Is it in Anaheim?
If the mouse himself showed up, the mouse of house, Mickey Mouse, or even one of those impersonators,
Bowser.
and they kicked the head off, it's Enoch the Enlightened.
I may or may not know a couple people who are Mickey Mouse. I'll just say that right now. I mean, when you're from Southern California, you know somebody who's worked at Disneyland at some point.
That's fair.
And I got about 20 of them. So,
Yeah, I know. I'm not even from Southern California, and I know my wife's whole family works at Disneyland or has worked at Disneyland. My sister worked for Disney. It's a I don't know. I'd like to work for Disney perks, just to get perks from Disney,
especially if they build that Phoenix Park they've been talking about.
right?
They've not been talking about that. That was supposed to be a joke, people. I'm not. I don't. Okay.
They have a Mattel park that they've been trying to build out here for years now. That is slowly but surely.
I've seen that. I want to go out there, especially
Yeah,
with a kid. But so yeah, so Dream Slams Fallout, dude, it was card subject to change. So I gotta get this out of the way. The Lucha Kings did not compete. Our newest Dream Slam tag champs were not there. They didn't defend the titles against Los Suavecitos because El Rey hurt his collarbone, and there's a good chance that that's like a couple month fix. So as far as I know, the titles are staying on the Lucha Kings. But yeah, we didn't. So Loco and Zocre stepped up and had a match against Los Suavecitos.
nice.
Dude, the night started with a with what was supposed to be the Fatal Four Way for the California Dream Championship. So Oscar Felix against it was Honest John, Eddie Weiss, and Rickster. And Rickster,
Rickster.
dude, the people love Rickster. Okay, comes out with I actually talked to him before the show started and kind of asked him about his music choices and the energy and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to get him on so we can go in more detail.
I'm all
But
for that.
so Oscar comes out and he's throwing a tantrum, bro. He's throwing a tantrum at Loco, who was spreading the news about what the tag team match was, the new tag team match was going to be, and
Was it advertised and he just didn't have like the Wi-Fi to figure it out?
those are for the real friends of the podcast.
Yeah,
That's for the yeah.
just kidding.
So
Just kidding. But yeah.
no, that's great. No, that's great. And so Oscar comes out, dude, and he's just bitching and moaning, and he's like getting. I've never seen this guy so angry, and he's got his number one asset, Nathaniel Gold, with him, who I've never met before the night, but he's out there, having Oscar's back. So now Oscar's got this, you know, buddy, I guess, which adds a whole other layer to, the rise of Oscar Felix and DreamSlam, because he's been defending. Apparently, this is what he said to Loco. It's like the Lucha Kings aren't here because they're hurt, but I've been defending this title with a broken neck. Didn't know that. Apparently, he said like a C4 or something like that, whatever that's called.
His
Uh,
explosive.
Whatever, I don't know. But apparently, he's been hurt, and he's like, if I'm gonna do this, you need to give me what I want, and he wants a shot at Five Star or Jack Cartwheel, whoever's the champ at the end of the night. Loco says, if you win your match, this fatal four way, I will give you an opportunity, but you have to win this match. Oscar's pissed, blah, blah, blah. Match goes on, dude. It's great. Honest John was phenomenal as always in the match, but Oscar comes out on top. So Loco goes out. He says, if you want a shot at the heavyweight title, I'll give it to you, but you have to relinquish the California Dream Championship right now so that you can maybe have a chance, or you have a chance to maybe become. So, anyways, he gave the belt up. So now there's no California Dream Champion. We'll probably get one at the King of the Dream, right? Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it looks like Oscar is going to be taking on Five Star for that championship because Five Star was victorious in his match against Jack Cartwheel. And it was a great dude.
It looked fun on social media.
They matched up so well together. I mean, as soon as, usually I'd go back to the behind the curtain and I'll wait for the match, to get over. But because this was the main event,
Hmm.
and I was like, once I say the winner, I could drop the mic and then.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting out there and I'm watching it. And dude, shame on me for not realizing how good these two would be in the ring together. I mean, they're both obviously insanely athletic, but it was just move for move they were matching each other, and the people were behind Cartwheel, but like the Dream Slam faithful really wanted Five Star to win. So it was just great all around.
Looked like a great turnout too.
Huge turnout. That's why I got the selfie video. I told him, I
Yeah.
said, this is the biggest crowd I've seen at the brewery here, so I just want to document this. And I think I need to do that every time. 'Cause I
It was
realized,
cool.
I was like, why have I never done that before? But yeah, so April 25th is the next Dream Slam event. That is at Game Craft Brewery, same place in Anaheim. I'm already booked, brother. So we're gonna go to Vegas, come back. I'm gonna go to work for 3 days or whatever it is, and then we got to go back to work at Dream Slam.
I love it.
I love it. In the words of Miggy, hashtag this is life.
This is live.
This is life.
Can you
But
you can still hear me okay though, right? I don't know what's going on with my sound, man.
no, I can hear you good. It was
Yeah.
just that one time.
Well, then after I took this mic out of my phone, I lost you. Like you were like whispering.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but Lexi got me all of these cool things, like podcaster things too, and now my mic's not working.
Those would keep your balls warm if you put them in there.
That's a good point. Nice little satchel,
Yeah,
satchel.
like a little kangaroo pouch.
Yeah. Uh,
Can you imagine if someone was that hairy down there? Just in that,
um,
just on their balls.
what wasn't there a scene like that on Borat?
Yeah,
rewatch Borat.
dude, I fucking love Borat, dude. When he's oh shit, dude, we're gonna go on a tangent here with Borat. What was the what do you call the white people? Oh shit.
I
Oh
don't
no,
remember.
oh, so he's talking to he's talking to the dudes that are loitering outside the hotel, and he asks them how to go get a room, and then he goes up to the hotel guy and he's white, and the dudes that told him what to say are black, right? So Borat goes in there, he goes, "What up with it, Vanilla Face?"
That's yeah.
Vanilla Face, that is sick. Anyways,
Do you think that Danhausen's very nice, very evil came from Borat's very nice? I want to think so.
smart. It'd be smart.
Yeah.
Danhausen's
Um,
older. It's
yeah,
older.
and we're building towards Danhausen and Jelly Roll and Kit Wilson and The Miz. That's what happens at WrestleMania. Because they keep posting TikToks of Danhausen and Kit Wilson too, like so they're
Somehow
building
I'm more
towards it.
excited for that match than pretty much any of the rest, just because of
Well,
the ridiculousness.
did you see my theory on Randy Orton that I heard on the radio?
No, I didn't.
So I posted a TikTok about how I heard a theory that The Rock is on the other side of the phone for Randy Orton. Of course you're watching. Why wouldn't you be watching? You're an executive.
Right.
Of course you're watching. You don't like Cody. Like, why wouldn't you be watching? Um, and there's a story that could get played out if you are gonna do, you know, The Rock's last match ever against Cody at Saudi Arabia, and we just never get the Rock Roman match, which I'm okay with at this point. Um, it makes sense. I failed with John Cena, but at the same time, how much has John Cena left? Um, the real person I needed to get to is uh Randy Orton, somebody that you love, somebody yada yada. But I don't think that is the case. I just like the theory. I also shared on the Instagram that Ted DiBiase is not in jail. He is in fact taking phone calls about going to Vegas.
Yeah, that's because outside of jail, that's the most relevant thing he could have
Yeah.
done for himself.
So I think that I wouldn't be surprised if he's just like in Vegas for an appearance.
Yeah, he'll be appearing at the Guy Fieri restaurant all 5 days, hoping you walk up to him.
Well, I will tell you, I sent you and I don't know if I sent it in our big group chat, but I definitely sent it to you and Morgan. All of the restaurant deals that they have at the Horseshoe and half off arcade on Wednesdays.
Wednesday's like the one day we don't have a lot to do.
I know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I heard I Dave and Bully were talking about it being, I think it was Dave and Bully talking about it being The Rock on the phone. Do you do you have The Rock come back for Cody without the family involved?
Yes, because this time it's personal.
But what made it personal at first was it was a family affair.
That's a good point.
That's why Roman and The Rock teamed up in the first place. It's
Yeah.
because Cody,
Cody said stuff about his family.
I would love it just because I want last year's WrestleMania to be resolved because I'm still booty tickled by it. But I just don't know how you do that if Roman is busy with and the Usos are, not involved with Cody.
I agree. I don't think it could be like it makes sense for it to be The Rock, but I still don't think it's going to be The Rock because there's too many like unless they're just doing it for the pop, which I also wouldn't be surprised. Um but I just don't think it's him.
Now you said, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, that it could also just be like he's literally hearing voices in his head.
That's what I think it is. Because he even said it again on SmackDown. He's like, you need to put a match because you need to make a match between me and Matt Cardona because I'm going to do something really, really bad if I don't get in the ring with him. The voices are talking to me.
What
And
if,
when he said that line, I was like, he's talking to himself. But what were you going to say? Sorry.
no, you're good. Uh, what if he's hearing a voice? Like, okay, he's hearing voices in his head. Is it his voice or
Yeah.
is it somebody else's voice? Like, could he say, you know, on SmackDown or whatever, that the voice that I'm hearing, I couldn't quite make it out, but now it's clear as day.
It's
I'm
Ted
hearing
DiBiase
Dusty's
Jr.
voice. Yeah, it's somebody. Like
Everybody's
I'm
got a price.
like, like I'm hearing your father's voice. Someone who I knew and blah blah blah. And he's telling me to do all this to you because you're such a disappointment and you're a loser and blah blah blah.
Could I see it? Yes, because they lean on the Dusty thing and annoying him out.
Yeah,
Which, as great of a wrestler Dusty was, and like inspiring and all that he did for the business, accolade wise, Cody is significantly better,
true.
even than Dustin.
And Dusty was there were a couple like a handful of times, but Dusty wasn't one of those legends that like came back all the time.
No,
Like there's a lot
not
of
until Cody Rhodes was involved.
yeah, there's a lot of younger fans will probably who like really like Cody probably feel bad for him,
Yeah,
because of the whole story. But they don't have the emotional attachment to Dusty that they do to Cody.
no.
And I think yeah. No. Anyways, I had an incomplete thought there that I almost spilled out into the universe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still think Randy's listening to just himself. Can I run the Gunther theory by you?
Yeah, let's hear it because Gunther also is not on the card yet.
We're basically doing a busted open. We're just piggybacking off of their
That's
ideas.
okay.
Just
They got good ideas.
these two instances. So do you okay, at this point would you rather not have Gunther on the card at all and just kind of pretend like he's not there so that you don't draw attention to the fact that this killer monster who nobody can beat is not on the card? Or do you do a Gunther's open challenge? This is what Bully suggested, where you have a legend with some sort of credibility still come back for a quick match at WrestleMania, with the stipulation being that if they lose to Gunther, they'll retire. So that he keeps up that trend that eventually gets him to SummerSlam where he retires Lesnar. Someone like Kane, who never had the retirement match. He could probably still do a choke slam. He's 7 feet tall, for God's sakes. Or an RVD. Or even a Bully Ray. Music hits, gets the nice little pop, the reaction from the fans, that viral kind of moment, and then you keep Gunther strong. People get to see a legend.
Yeah, I mean, if I after a name like John Cena, I feel like every person needs to be as big. Like a name like John Cena, AJ Styles, like every person needs to be as big as that and as relevant as that. And I can't think of a legend that's, really been around. Like it'd be a great way to bring back Chris Jericho for one more run, but only for a couple months. Like let's say he beats Gunther, and then Gunther, goes away for a little while, then comes back, and then that's the SummerSlam match, and then that would be Jericho's last match. It would be a great. But you look at it, I do not want to see it. Like, I love the idea, but I don't think it hits as hard. Like, I think it's just a filler, unless it's one name.
Okay, so let me ask you. So, the last time we saw Gunther on like Raw or whatever, he was beefing with Dragon Lee, right?
Yeah, and that was to get him and Rey Mysterio for WrestleMania, but Rey Mysterio is hurt.
And has Dragon Lee been on TV at all?
No.
Okay, so what if you had, dude? I'm cooking. I think I'm cooking. Gunther does this open challenge thing. Lights go down. Who's it going to be? It's Jericho. And you think, holy shit, dude, we're about to see Jericho's last match. He was supposed to come back for a whole ass run. How are they going to do this? Dragon Lee, with a distraction, cost Gunther the match. So Gunther's protected because he didn't lose because he wasn't dominating. He lost off a distraction by someone he has legitimate beef with. Jericho doesn't have to retire, but he's back. And now Gunther can have his sights set on Dragon Lee, have their last match together at Backlash, or whatever's next. And then you set up the Brock Lesnar thing.
I like it. I like it. For me,
you could even, you know what you could do? You could start Saturday with Gunther's open challenge. How many times have we seen it, dude? Talking about Sting coming and saving WCW. That's what made me a wrestling fan. I think it was the first time he came down from the ceiling. Randy Savage brought a chair out in the middle of the match and said he was hijacking the show and he was pissed off and all. Gunther could do the same thing. You hear the or whatever his music is. This is unacceptable. and then Y2J comes and saves us.
I like it. In my head, the only person I want it to be is Stone Cold. And I want Gunther to win.
Wow.
I would like it Stone Cold to come out, do the things, and then Gunther just choke him out. And that, imagine how much that puts Gunther over. And you get Stone Cold involved. I honestly think Stone Cold would do it based on it, but I think it'd be, I would love it, honestly. I mean, I'm looking at the list of WWE Hall of Famers that could possibly be a possibility of people that, would show up to do that. I think JBL and Gunther would be a fun match.
JBL was another name that Bully mentioned.
Was it? Yeah, because I think that would be cool. I think I'd
love a stare down between those guys.
I think
at least.
I think if you want to set up something later down the line, you could do one of the Steiners.
I don't know. We saw him at WrestleCon, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
You do the little Steiner.
Kid Rock's in the WWE Hall of Fame. I didn't realize that. We
could choke his ass out.
Choke him out.
Yeah.
Mark Henry's never getting back in the ring. Kurt Angle's done. Yeah, Kane. I mean, I don't want to see Kane get choked out though. That's like, I don't want to see it be Kane. Glenn Jacobs, but not Kane.
No, when you said Steve Austin, I mean, I like it. It was kind of like the worst kept secret that Austin and Kevin Owens were going to have their WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
But it literally wasn't even made a match until Stone Cold or KO, one of them was like, "Bring a ref out here. We're gonna have a match." It was the main event was supposed to be a talk show segment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it could happen. Now, here's the thing. You know Steve Austin's going to lose if this happens. How quick is the match?
5 minutes.
Yeah, I want it to be a squash.
Yeah.
I don't want Steve Austin to put up a fight. I think okay, but if you do that, I think if you're going to squash Steve Austin, like Steve Austin, you're squashing him. What the fuck? He can't hit a stunner.
Nope.
He can't, and it's not he can't hit a stunner on Gunther. I'm saying when Gunther wins and walks away and Steve Austin's in the ring by himself, he can't wait for someone to come out and then he stuns them and does the whole beer thing.
Nope.
There's no shtick.
They walk him. They have to help him to the back.
He's embarrassed.
Yep.
God, that's so good. I would love that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would love that.
I think so too. That's what I'd want. What else did we get going? We got a lot of yeah, I mean AEW was lackluster this week. You got the tag championship stuff doesn't make sense to me. I made a video about that, about how the Vision and the Usos, but yet the Usos are so involved with CM Punk. Yeah, I mean, let's talk WrestleMania 2.
I forgot we gotta do that. Let's talk WrestleMania 2.
I'm looking at this card of WrestleMania 2, and it's crazy that this was 1986. That's 40 years ago, and
Yep.
most of these people are dead.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, but you know, you look at these, you look at this card, and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper. That's in the boxing match. You have Randy Savage and George the Animal Steel for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know who Velvet McIntyre is, or George Wells. I know who that is. Just kidding. But Jake the Snake versus George Wells. Andre the Giant versus Big John Studd in the $15,000 Body Slam Challenge. The British Bulldogs versus the Dream Team. I don't know who the Dream Team is.
That was Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake.
Oh, okay. But Brutus Beefcake is still alive.
Yeah.
And then I guess the main event, you had Hogan and King Kong Bundy in a steel cage match.
Yeah, and real quick, dude, managing the British Bulldogs in that tag match was Lou Albano and Ozzy Osbourne.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, the card isn't terrible, but it was the 3 locations, I think, that
Yeah.
made it a little wonky. I think the concept is really cool, but maybe what made it not as successful as the first WrestleMania was because they were, I mean, they were doing a Hail Mary for WrestleMania 2 with this concept of, like, would you want to go to a big ass stadium to watch 4 matches?
No.
I think each of the locations for WrestleMania 2 only had 4 matches.
Yeah. And I mean, looking at it, California got the better of it.
Oh yeah. Uncle Elmer, that's funny.
I do love Nassau Coliseum though.
Have you been there?
I have a couple times.
I want to go. Grateful Dead played a couple good shows there.
Yeah,
I think the Randy Savage George Steele match. I think I remember watching that as a kid, and that was always but it was like 5 minutes long or something like that.
Dude, I used to love George the Animal Steel coming out and just eating the ring post with this green tongue.
Green tongue and shit. I wonder how we ate those turnbuckle pads.
Yeah,
Wonder if they were gimmicked or if he just.
he just had really sharp teeth.
I guess so. He's an animal. All right. Well, you got anything else?
I follow us everywhere. HITFPOD. We
Guys,
are
clock's ticking.
less than 3 weeks away from our Vegas trip, buddy.
By the time we talk next, it will be under 2 weeks.
Yep.
Wow. Then we got to start making preparations for Saudi Arabia.
Yep. Preparation H's.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, like Mickey said, follow us, HITFPOD. If you're watching us for the first time and you made it this far, congratulations. I don't have anything to give you, but give yourself a pat on the back. You are now a true friend of the podcast. We will talk to you guys next week. Make sure that you keep up on the socials because we'll be talking to you there throughout the week. But yeah, we're wrapping up the second full year of the podcast. And we're going to go out with a bang and then start the new one with a bang when we go to Vegas. So it's going to be great. Let us know what you think about Steve Austin, maybe against Gunther. Roman Punk. What your thoughts? Do you like the AEW tag situation? Like Miggy said, it doesn't make sense to him. Let us know in the comments, and we'll talk to y'all later.